Hi again, I'm recording a sonnet a day inspired by Patrick Stewart's reading of a Shakespearean sonnet each day. I'll be reading a gospel sonnet by Ralph Erskine. We're now in part 2, chapter 2, section 2. Believers described from their faith acting by divine aid and fleeing quite out of themselves to Christ. I hope you enjoy. Can nothing less thy conscience ease, and please thy heart, no less than that which justice satisfies, thy husband's righteousness? Dost see thy work so stained with sin, that thou through grace art moved, to seek acceptance only in thy husband the beloved? Dost thou remind that once a day free grace did strengthen thee, to gift thy guilty soul away, thy husband's bride to be? Or dost thou mind the day of power, wherein he broke thy pride, and gained thy heart, O happy hour! Thy husband caught the bride, he did thy enmity subdue, thy bondage sad recall, made thee to choose, and close pursue, thy husband as thy all. What rest and peace and joy ensued upon this noble choice! Thy heart with flowers of pleasure strewed, thy husband made rejoice. Dost know thou never couldst him embrace till he embraced thee, nor ever see him till his face thy husband opened free, and findest to this very hour that this is still the charm, thou canst do nothing till with power thy husband show his arm. Canst thou do naught by nature art, or any strength of thine, until thy wicked forward heart thy husband shall incline? But art thou, though without a wing, of power aloft to flee, yet able to do everything, thy husband strengthening thee? Dost not alone at duty's fork, but foreign aid enjoy, and still in every piece of work thy husband's strength employ? Thy motion heavenly is indeed, while thou by faith dost move, and still in every time of need thy husband's grace improve. No common natural faith can show its divine brood like this, whose object, author, feeder too, thy husband only is. Dost thou by faith on him rely? On him, not on thy faith? If faith shall with its object vie, thy husband set beneath. Their hands receiving faculty poor beggars never view, but hold the royal gift in eye, thy husband so with thou. Faith, like a gazing eye, never waits to boast its seeing powers, its object views, itself forgets, thy husband it adores. It humbly still itself denies, nor brags its acts at all. Deep plunged into its object lies, thy husband is its all. No strength but his it has and vaunts, no store but his can show. Hence nothing has, yet nothing wants, thy husband trains it so. Faith of its own no might can show, else would itself destroy, but will, for all it has to do, thy husband still employ. Self-saviors none could ever be, by faith or grace of theirs, their fruitless toil so high that flee, thy husband's praise impairs. The seemingly devoutest deed, that would with shameless brow his saving trade take over his head, thy husband won't allow. Dost therefore thou to him alone commit thy sinful soul, knowing of thy salvation thy husband is the whole? Thank you for listening. I will, Lord willing, see you next time. Have a great night.